for them. She's become the backline communicator they need. And the freshman Sarah Strong jumping up. Connecticut wins the tip, and Beckers in transition, pull-up three. It is good, and Paige Beckers.
Their last two shots.
We talked about wanting to put the ball in her hands more. Wants that level of aggression from Paige Beckers as well as AZ Fudd. Chloe Kitts in the mid-range, feathery touch. And South Carolina really feels her absence.
Especially on the defensive end, because she is such a good communicator and helps everyone know where they're supposed to be.
Here's the freshman Edwards floating it in. Dawn Staley talks about how even-keeled she is. Speaking of good freshmen, Sarah Strong turns that one over, trying to find the seam. Fudd was wide open, jumping up and down for the ball, and Caitlin Chen just never saw her. El Alfie, oh, nice handle and the finish.
Lineup recently, and the more they can get from El Alfie, and what a crossover that time.
Can't hit the jumper. You know, Oriema talked about the importance of her hitting ones early. Pow, pow, connects. The National Player of the Year is a freshman. Then last year in the 2025 WNBA draft. As Beckers, Lee shovels underneath, and Kitts can't lay it in, gets it back, and stuffs it home.
And all of that was created by...
Here's Edwards. Edwards spins away from traffic, can operate as a point forward, and shows you why.
Defender.
First lead of the quarter for South Carolina. El Alfie gets free. Good minutes early here for El Alfie.
These are huge.
Also had the crossover of the year.
That's right.
For Wiley going to get called for the foul here, and that will be number 2 on Malaysia for Wiley. Getting hit in the eye in the first earlier.
Oh, yeah. You know, Malaysia Wiley. Right.
Edwards off the double. Johnson in at the 3.
And that's who you want to double off of if you're Uconn, is Raven Johnson. She's not shot the 3 well.
Ashlyn Shade rings in at 3. And Sarah Strong the rebound. Fudd with some space again. Fudd putting it on the deck, wrapping it side, and reversing it home. Wednesday was just incredible. 34 points, 13 of 22 from the floor. Hit 8 to shoot. Fudd gets it off to Beckers, 5 to shoot. Beckers into the corner. Arnold on the attack, blurs in with the layup. And 9-0 in the last 3 minutes in favor of the Huskies. Pow connects. Rebecca, you talked about it earlier with South.
Is massive, in particular in this game, because of the calming presence she brings.
Shade, you bet. Ashlyn Shade with her second 3 of the quarter. We talked more we saw it last year in the national championship game as a foul's called here on
Pacific. Let's get a guard onto Chloe Kitts and let her post up inside.
AZ Fudd, Paige Beckers, both 1 of 5 in that first quarter. But both aggressive. Here's Strong. Strong on the interior, flips it in. Gino Oriema said wanting more touches for the freshman.
And that's
Here's AZ Fudd. Pops it out. Beckers on the move. Ashlyn Shade lines it up. Again! Ashlyn Shade with her third 3 of the half. McDaniel, Euros inside, can't finish it, and Strong the rebound. Connecticut's done a nice job securing the defensive glass. Fudd connects. Connecticut piping hot from 3, and Dawn Staley needs a timeout.
Easier defensively if they can make a shot. Make Uconn take it out of the basket. Go back and set.
Yeah, South Carolina now has missed 8 of their last 9, as Strong able to save it, and Beckers able to finish it. Connecticut a 17-point lead. Edwards spins in and lays it home, plus the foul. Big bucket there for Birds, and a chance for 3. Fitted from the consistent playing time with Ashlyn Watkins out for the season. Puts it down to the crowd, squeezes it out. Johnson dumps it in, and Fagan letters, whirls around. Fudd will drive it this time. The pull-up won't go. AZ Fudd, a lot of good looks. Here's for Wiley in transition, lays it in.
Really good fronting defense by Joyce Edwards, not allowing Sarah Strong to get it in the pinch post.
Strong in the corner, connects on a contested three.
That's why you play defense with high hands. Get the little tip on that for El Alfi.
Strong dumps it down. El Alfi lays it in. Here's Beckers with numbers. Beckers dishes out. Chen will fire. It's hit from three. Connecticut 7 of 11 from downtown in this first half.
In mismatches, South Carolina doesn't when Uconn has their bigger lineup on the floor in terms of going inside in the paint.
Hall stops on a dime and flips it in, plus the foul. Up from the free throw line, rims off. El Alfi, the offensive rebound. Can't put it back in. Another chance, and she's fouled. Jana El Alfi has been a real difference maker in this first half. Against Tennessee, barely felt her in that game on the interior.
The toughness that she is showing, the aggressiveness on both ends of the floor. There are times this season where she can be timid. Not.
El Alfi hits the first. Hey, coming up, Columbia with these outstanding fans. As El Alfi hits both free throws, an 18-point Connecticut lead. You usually do not see them a -9 on the glass.
Yes.
Johnson lost the handle. Arnold comes up with it. Nice dish to Chen. 2-on-1. Bud back to Chen for the lay. And it is a 20-point Connecticut lead. Tessa Johnson comes in for the rebound for South Carolina. Immediately trapped in the backcourt. Powell gets it up to Raven Johnson, and it's taken away by Strong. Strong with Bud, throws it at her feet, gets it back, and lays it in. Hall dipping inside. Bree Hall can't finish. Rebound Strong. Still time for Connecticut. 5 seconds left. Beckers catch, fire. No. Long rebound, and that'll do it for the first half. An absolutely dominant opening half.
Talk about it at the half. The importance of Connecticut's defense taking away the paint.
And AZ Bud has looked good. Hasn't shot it well in this game. Points now for Bud. 3 of 11 from the floor. Powell misses the mid-range. Kicks the O-board. Is fouled by Chen.
But if you're South Carolina, you continue to go to that on-ball screen. El Alfi playing a drop.
Fagan. And hit the jumper. Hits the O-board. Hits the putback.
Chloe.
Chen through the lane. Flips it in. Rebound Beckers. Here's Beckers. Swiftly up the floor. Bud at 3 is good. Connecticut hits, turns the corner, can't bank it in. Fagan able to finish. Chen lobbing it in. Strong the seal and the finish.
My first time around. Oftentimes they switch sides of the floor, a little bit more methodical offensively.
Bree Hall's pull-up is good.
She's been really good getting to her mid-range spots, Ryan.
Here's Bud. Fakes the 3 on the drive, lays it in.
He was hard. It was tough love. It's what he's done throughout the course of his career. That's why he's the winningest coach of all time, men's and women's. But his players have responded. Paige Becker, she is pushing every button right now. 8 assists. They have been aggressive. They have wanted the ball, and that's what he challenged them. He said, if you want the ball.
Size and depth in the paint, they were able to really get out defensively. And different from the first half when South Carolina had their big lineup in, when Uconn went small now.
So she is right at home here in Colonial Life.
I mean, so cool, Ali, as Wiley comes through with a ridiculous rejection. And she sparks some life into South Carolina. Wiley gets fouled. Connecticut trying to snap a 4-game losing streak against South Carolina. And for Wiley off.
For Connecticut to South Carolina were 20-point losses.
Right.
Like, no one.
Bud makes the catch, crosses the timeline. Out to Beckers, back to Bud, wide open. You bet. Hey. Bud zips in, bounces to Griffin, waits, and gets fouled by Raven Johnson. Aubrey Griffin will shoot 2.
I mean, AZ Bud came to Uconn knowing as an incredible 3.
15 points for Fudd, and also big that it's 3rd. Beckers, meanwhile, has 9 assists, has tied her season high.
Connecticut also now extending their pressure after the free throw.
Bree Hall buries the 3. And this crowd is just begging to have something to get them fired up. Here's Pow. Dumping it in. Edwards lays it home. There's that pick and roll with Pow and Edwards. Asia's number 22 going up into the rafters a couple weeks ago as Shade leaves that one short. Griffin the rebound. Fudd in the corner. Connects! Today, over the last 6 games. Talking about stretch for AZ Fudd.
And when you look at Connecticut's losses this year, AZ Fudd did not play against Notre Dame because she was injured in the USC.
Wiley comes up with a steal and lays it in.
Different level of defensive intensity and pressure here.
Fudd, not that time, her first miss of the quarter. But again, South Carolina unable to secure the defensive glass.
And she's done her part to get this crowd engaged and involved.
Beckers to the corner. Fudd. Does she get the roll? She does. She has 16 points in the quarter. Bree Hall can't hit. Here's Fudd out in transition. AZ Fudd lays it in. You're right, Rebecca. Normally it's Strong who went out with her 3rd foul.
Shade's pressure does enough to slow South Carolina down a bit.
And then speed them up. As Raven Johnson throws it away. Here's Griffin turning the corner, storming in, can't finish. Arnold there. Arnold can't get it to drop. Able to save it, and that'll do it for the 3rd. Connecticut a 26-point lead at Louisville. And South Carolina's largest home loss under Dawn Staley was 31 points versus Stanford. Just lays it in.
Little on-ball screen for my laser-full Wiley to use her quickness and explosiveness to get to the rim.
Sarah Strong back in. Sat for a while after picking up her 3rd foul in that 3rd. But Connecticut was able to have success with their extremely small lineup. AZ Fudd dances inside.
You talk about the mental strength that AZ Fudd has had to deal with. She overcame a very significant knee injury that was in high school.
Offensive possessions where everything has gone right. The shots have not fallen today for South Carolina.
2 great looks in a row. Corner 3 and then that mid-range shot.
Fudd step back 3 is good. AZ Fudd is all the way dialed in. 28 points. Pow evades the pressure and lays it in. Really nice take there. Focusing on playing with a little more toughness, trying to take that then back into conference play. As Wiley shovels it in, plus the foul by Lasia Wiley. Wiley completes the 3-point play.
And that's the right call.
Yeah, we can only be the messenger here, folks. Beckers can't hit the 3. Shade, another offensive rebound. So number 4 on Strong. Fudd in and out. Everything has looked spot on for Fudd as she finds Strong, who lays it in, plus the foul, and a chance for 3. Long, 13 points, 10 rebounds, staying on the floor with those 4 fouls for now. And Strong, what's at stake? Well, Uconn 15 20-point wins against the AP top 5 in the last 25 seasons.
Parents have nurtured her, have loved her, but also been very hard on her so that she is prepared for a big moment like this.
Just fine recruiting for a while.
And talking about the post-game Zooms and breaking down film together, Sarah said, you know, my parents were always asking, like, is this too much? Is this okay? Like, very aware.
Yes. Deckers buries the 3, and then Daniel cutting through, leaves it short. Strong, another rebound. Her 12. Up ahead, Chan alone lays it in. And it has been all Uconn since late in the 1st. They were down 11-9, went on a 9-0 run. Really wasn't about seeding.
No, I don't think for Connecticut coming in, the players are the top-tier opponent on the road. They lost at Notre Dame. They lost at Tennessee. How do they handle these environments? How do they...
Now Beckers and Fudd will check out after the signature performance for each of them thus far in their senior season. Connecticut, who looked very vulnerable against Tennessee, against Notre Dame. Looked as opposite that as you possibly could here today. Andrea. Griffin puts it up. Adele Tack with the rebound. A dominant performance from the Connecticut Huskies as they take down South Carolina 87-58 the final. South Carolina's 71-game home winning streak ends today at the hands of the Huskies.